Hello, one and all. Welcome to Kitz Corner here. So, people are still railed against Elon Musk's Twitter. Uh, Not because of the fact that Elon Musk is a billionaire, he's corrupted, he's anti-union, he has done some shady things in the past, he's, head of the Pentagon, so on and so forth. Like any other corrupt billionaire, he's no different than anybody else. But people are still railing against Elon Musk not because of who he is and who he's brought up to be, but because he bought Twitter in the hopes of bringing back freedom of speech. In essence, it's basically the Trump effect. That they're not angry at the person, they're not angry at the fact that who this person is and the character of that person. They're angry at the fact that they got involved into their little game. Twitter used to be a safe, happy place for the shit libs and a safe, happy place for the establishment until Elon Musk, the wild card, came in to decide, oh, we're going to give access to people like Donald Trump. We're going to give access to people we shot off the internet. And we've come to realize that Elon Musk is no different. Just like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is no different than any other politician. People thought that he was. He thought he was an outsider. People thought he was this, crazed, cringe wild card. That's why they had to derail against him. And they still continuing to do so. They're still doing searches and lockdowns and craziness towards this guy. But he's no different than any other politician. He's massively corrupted. He doesn't pay his fair share in taxes. He's manipulative. He's a billionaire, sleazy, real estate tycoon. Elon Musk is a sleazy car salesman. Like, there's no difference between the two. But everyone's so upset about Elon Musk, not because Elon Musk. They're angry and upset because freedom of speech on Twitter. And if you think I'm all crazy about this, here's Alan McLeod on Mint Press News to remind us about this, because he put a little article together, and this is pretty fantastic, that says Elon Musk is not a renegade outsider. He's a massive Pentagon contractor. And this is what I've been saying throughout this. I gave credit where credit's due on the fact that Elon Musk was going to be one of those people to bring freedom of speech back to Twitter. He was, he brought, the Twitter files to attention. And I give credit to that. I give credit where credit's due, because we know that Twitter is, harvested by CIA and the FBI, and still continuing to do so, by the way. But at least it's a step. At least it's a step closer into the right direction. Maybe a tiny, minuscule step in the right direction. You're bringing back presidential opponents. You're bringing back other conservative voices, other liberal voices. We've seen this flux of people being silenced out and being blacklisted. And, with the Twitter files investigation, we still continue to see this throughout. But again, it shows the projection of all this and why there's so much hatred towards this guy. It's not because they hated this guy beforehand. They still, drive their Teslas, and they still think this guy is some sort of, scientific superhero, because of all the work that he's done, all the billionaire, exploits that he's done. But he bought Twitter in the hopes of turning it actually into a social media platform, which was kind of the whole intention of Twitter, as quoted out by the Twitter files. They said that at the beginning of this, the purpose of establishing Twitter was to allow social media to be social. And it took Elon Musk to buy it out to turn that around and actually hopefully make that. But we're still, again, he's no different. He's no different. So he is still part of the Pentagon contracts. He still has people at the CIA and the FBI in control of Twitter here. But let's see what this actually entails here. And the article goes on by saying Elon Musk's proposed takeover of Twitter has ruffled many feathers among professional commenters. Musk is the wrong leader for Twitter's vital message, read one Bloomberg headline. The network also insisted nothing is in the Tesla CEO track record suggests that he be careful of an important media property. Elon Musk is the last person who should take over Twitter, wrote Max Boot in the Washington Post. Yeah, we're gonna take advice from Max Boot, one of the biggest warmongers in journalistic integrity, like one of the biggest pushers of egregious, aggressive, inhumane war. We're going to take advice from him on Elon Musk buying Twitter. Again, not because Elon Musk is a billionaire, not because of the character that he is and his track record. They're angry at him because he bought Twitter and he's going to bring certain voices back that are going to make it uncomfortable for people. Explain that he seems to be in social media, anything goes. For democracy to survive, we need more content moderation, not less. The irony of outlets owned by Michael Bloomberg and Jeff Bezos warning the dangers of permitting a billionaire oligarch to control our media was barely commented upon. Again, this shows the Trump effect of all this. They're not angry at a billionaire buying it. They're not angry at that. They're angry at the fact that it's Elon Musk buying it. If it was Jeff Bezos buying Twitter, then everything would be good for the shit libs. Everything would be good for them. If it was Michael Bloomberg, if it was the guy that runs as the CEO of Disney or the CEO of Comcast, if they bought Twitter and had a social media platform, oh, it's okay. It's okay for those billionaires. But Elon Musk, because he's such a wild card, it's potentially dangerous. Oh, even though there's no real difference to it. Add to this, a host of celebrities publicly left the social media platform in protest against the proposed $44 billion purchase. This only seemed to confirm that to many free speech-minded individuals that the South African billionaire was a renegade outsider on a mission to save the internet from authoritarian elite control, despite the fact that he's borrowing money from the governments of Qatar and Saudi Arabia in order to do so. So, again, he is no different than any other billionaire. He is no goddamn different. But everyone's so angry at him because he's bringing social freedom of speech back to social media. He's making it uncomfortable because he's going to bring back different voices that people don't necessarily agree with. But they're okay with the fact that, he's borrowing money from dictatorships. He's borrowing money from people that are causing mass slaughters. People are okay with that. They're okay with union busting. They're okay with exploiting workers. They're okay with everything that Elon Musk stands for and up to this point. But the minute he bought Twitter and said he's going to bring freedom of speech back and bring back certain voices, oh my God, what a crazed man this is. Because he's not controllable. He's a wild card. Musk has deliberately cultivated his image of himself, a real-life Tony Stark figure who thinks for himself and is not part of the established order. But behind this carefully constructed facade, Musk is intently connected to the U.S. national security state, serving as one of its most important business partners. Elon, in short, is no threat to the powerful and entrenched elite. He is one of them. Same with Donald Trump. He governed no differently. He's politically no different than any other politician out there. But because he is a free thinker, because he is not controllable, because he's a wild card for the establishment, that's why they have to come up with these crazy theories. That's why they have to call him cringe. That's why they have to do these manipulative games. That's why they have to say that Elon Musk is some sort of evil bigot that's going to bring back all this hate speech and do all this crazy shit, even though he's trying to bring freedom of speech back to social media, which is kind of the whole purpose of social media, according to the folks at Twitter, according to people that invented social media and brought these platforms to existence. The whole purpose of it is for people to be social. Musk, who estimated $230 billion fortune, is more than twice the gross domestic product of Ukraine, has garnered a great deal of positive publicity for donating thousands of Starlink terminals to the country, helping its people come back online after fighting down the internet in much of the country. Starlink is the internet service allowing those with terminals to connect to one over 2,400 small satellites in low Earth orbit. Many of those satellites were launched by Musk's SpaceX Technologies Corporation. However, it has soon transpired that there is far more than meets the eye of Musk's extraordinary donation In fact, the U.S. government quietly paid SpaceX top dollar to send their inventory to the war zone. Again, he's no different than any other billionaire. U.S. aid, a government anti-insurance agency that has regulated function as a regime change organization, is known to have put up the cash to purchase and deliver at least 1,330 of those terminals. Starlink is not a mass market solution. Each terminal, which is, in effect, a tiny portable satellite dish, has markedly limited range and is useful only in hyper-local situations. Mikhail Fedorov, Ukraine's Minister of Digital Transformation, estimates that the 10,000 Starlink terminals were allowing the 150,000 people to stay online. So he was told by the government, he was told by military contractors, he was told by the intelligence communities to do this donation. That's going to help his PR. It's going to help his reputation. And again, nobody criticizes that. Nobody criticizes that. Nobody criticizes him being in bed with the Israeli government. Nobody criticizes the fact that he gets money from Qatar. He gets money from Saudi Arabia. He gets money from these, well-known dictatorships that have done unspeakable, inhumane stuff to people imaginable. But the minute he buys Twitter, everybody goes in haywire. Because they're not angry at Elon Musk. They're angry at what Elon Musk is promoting, which is freedom of speech, which is something that I look forward towards because I'm a free speech absolutist. I want it across the board. And, yes, there are people that could say hateful things, but that's why we have a court system. That's why I have jurisdiction over it. If there is something that is promoting violence or hateful content, then it can be brought to court. It can be brought to a legal process. But the fact that we're picking and choosing and manipulating and changing the algorithms, just like we saw in the Twitter files, to social media is ruining the whole point of social media and is ruining the advancement of society as a whole. Because you're limiting information to people. And when you limit information to people, especially this day and age, we're in 2022. The internet is basically our public sphere. It's the public square of information. If you limit that to people, we don't flourish and we don't grow and we don't evolve as a society, which is why censorship is purely unhinged evil, which is what people were doing beforehand and still continue to do so. Musk company. So this is him on SpaceX here. It's a very big article, so I'm kind of jumping around on this. Musk company has also been awarded billions of dollars in contracts to launch spy satellites for espionage, drone warfare, and other military uses. For example, in 2018, SpaceX was chosen to blast a $500 million Lockheed Martin GPS system into orbit. While Air Force spokesperson played up the civilian benefits of the launch, such as increased accuracy for GPS devices, it is also clear that these devices play a key role in global surveillance and ongoing drone wars. But no one comments on this. Nobody's bringing this to attention in their hatred for Elon Musk. It's all about Twitter. It's all about the voices coming back to Twitter. It's the fact that he's bringing freedom of speech back. But they're okay with Rocket Man sending drones up to do advanced warfare. They're okay with that. They're okay with aiding with genocide. They're okay with aiding inhumane, illegal surveillance of citizens. Everyone's okay with that. But certain voices on Twitter, freak out. SpaceX has also won contracts with the Air Force to deliver its command satellite into orbit with the Space Department Development Agency to send tracking devices into space, and with the National Reconnaissance Office, NRO, to launch its spy satellites. These satellites are used by all the big five surveillance agencies, including the CIA and the NSA. And now they work for Twitter. So it goes all around. It goes all around. And there's more to this article here, but that just kind of shows you how crazy this is. By the way, there's another article there. Elon Musk isn't a threat to society's health. All billionaires are. So that's the big kicker of all this. Elon Musk is no different than any other billionaire. If it was Jeff Bezos buying Twitter, if it was Warren Buffett, if it was Rupert Murdoch, whoever it is no different than Elon Musk. And that's what people need to realize in all of this. The only difference between Elon Musk and any other billionaire is Elon Musk is one of those, free thinking. They think that he's, an independent. They think that he's, an outsider. Just like Trump did when he ran in 2016. They think he's some sort of grifty outsider, that he's, cringy and he's some sort of populist. But then he becomes president, and we realize that he governs the exact same way the Republicans do, the exact same way Democrats do, because he's bought into the establishment and he knows the tricks, he knows the trades. He even said it once in a town hall that he knows the tricks and trades of the establishment. That's why he's a part of it. Same with Elon Musk. The reason that he's a billionaire is because he knows the tricks and the trades and the evil, maniacal shit that the criminal class has done. That's why he's in. That's why he's in power. That's why he's the world's richest man. That's why he bought into Twitter. But it's not the fact that people don't care about that. They care about the fact that Elon Musk is bringing freedom of speech back, which shows how crazy this is. And like I said, no different, because even with the freedom of speech that Elon Musk is proposing, it's still limited free speech. He's still picking and choosing which voices are allowed to be on the social media platform. So really, it's no different than Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey was a little more extreme when it came to, who's allowed on Twitter, whereas Elon Musk has a little more, backing off on this. But still, Elon Musk is no different. And here's to prove it. Twitter suspends, then unsuspends Elon Musk's jet tracker account that he claimed he wouldn't ban. And why would he do that? Because he doesn't want to expose himself. So he's picking and choosing which accounts are allowed to have a say on this, just like he won't unban Alex Jones, just like he went after certain people against the establishment, just like he went after the critics for SpaceX, just like he went after critics on his business deals. Not the critics that went against him being the head of Twitter, but he went after the critics that were criticizing him on his business ethics and his practices. He went after them and silenced them. So he's no different. He's no free speech saint, but he's a little bit better than Jack Dorsey. He's a little bit better than the beforehand, when social media was under the guise and control of complete authoritarian censorship. He's a little bit better, but he's no different. And then here's MSNBC here that I want to show you just how they're concerned about this and why they're concerned about Elon Musk buying Twitter. Because again, it's not the fact that Elon Musk bought Twitter. It's because they're the ones losing control. And they even admit this on live television. Take a listen.
Who were Trump voters and are still Trump supporters. They go, yeah, you guys are going crazy. He's doing, what are you so surprised about? He's doing exactly what he said he's going to do.
Well, and I think that the dangerous, edges here are that he's trying to undermine the media, trying to make up his own facts. And it could be that while unemployment and the economy worsens, he could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think. And that is our job.
Yeah.
That was Mika Brzezinski right there on MSNBC. Well, he's gonna control people, and he might predict his own facts, and he might be undermining the thoughts and beliefs of other people. That was our job. That was our job. He's taking that away from us. So now, Morning Joe came out in the open and exposed themselves for why they're jealous of Elon Musk. Again, not because freedom of speech, not because he's not because he's, a billionaire that's corrupted and bought his way into all this stuff and all his business practices, but they're angry at him because he is bringing back freedom of speech and the media is losing control to manipulate. And they're worried that Elon Musk might be the bread holder of manipulating people. That was our job. That was our job. People were supposed to tune into us and believe our facts and our derangement. I want to hear that again because that was just spot on.
Who were Trump voters and are still Trump supporters, they go, yeah, you guys are going crazy. He's doing, what are you so surprised about? He's doing exactly what he said he's going to do.
Well, and I think that the dangerous, edges here are that he's trying to undermine the media, trying to make up his own facts. And it could be that while unemployment and the economy worsens, he could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think. And that is our job.
Yeah, if you look at the issues, Yamiche is right. He's doing exactly what he said. It's
right.
Yeah, Misha's right. Exactly what she said. Yeah, we're losing control of the people. We're losing the control, the ability to manipulate. And we're losing it to a billionaire. And it's not our billionaire, which is why it's so evil and so corrupted. Oh, my God. Why couldn't have Comcast bought Twitter? Why couldn't have been our billionaires? But Elon Musk had to ruin it. He had to ruin it because he's such a wild card. We don't criticize his business practices. We still think he's a scientific genius and how great he is on everything else, including working with the CIA and the Pentagon. That's how you become a billionaire. We praise him on that. That's what makes him good in the establishment. But he's so evil because we're losing control. We're losing control. That was our job. That was our job. Joe, why won't agree with me? Agree with me. There you go. So it's the Trump effect. It's the Trump derangement syndrome on Elon Musk. That people are angry and upset because he's such a wild card, because he's uncontrollable by the establishment. Even though he's no different than the establishment, he brought himself up through the establishment. He still panders to them at every point in turn to make billions of dollars. Obviously, he's still in part with the Pentagon, the CIA, and the military-industrial complex. He's still in bed with all these corporations and doing evil, nefarious stuff behind closed doors. But they're angry at him because he bought Twitter. He's bringing back freedom of speech to his liking, to his selection. It's not actually freedom of speech, but what he says it is. And the mainstream media is shitting their pants because they're losing control of the people. They're losing their ability to propagandize, manipulate people because, oh my God, they're going to Twitter. They're going to Elon Musk. They're seeing the Twitter files. Oh my God, he's exposing the plans out in the open. Oh my God, this is just like Trump when he did the exact same thing. Oh my God, he's exposing our crimes. That's why we got to get the FBI over to Mar-a-Lago as soon as possible to go after a political opponent. Not because of the crimes he did or anything that he committed, but because he's exposing the establishment for what it is. Complete, deranged, awful, slimy, bullshit, bloodthirsty, lust. Like, it's a swamp. It is literally a swamp. And Elon Musk is kind of in and kind of out. He's kind of has the one leg in and one leg out, just like Trump is. And that's why people are going berserk, because if you're not with the cult, you're somehow evil and nefarious, according to these jackasses.